The year is 2025. Technology has advanced to such an extent that many aspects of our lives can be controlled with just a few clicks. We can access virtually any information in seconds, connect with anyone anywhere in the world, and even have machines perform tasks on our behalf. However, despite these advancements, we often find ourselves feeling lost, confused, and without direction. Many of us struggle to make decisions about our careers, relationships, and life goals, even though we have access to more information than previous generations. In order to help you gain clarity in these difficult times, here are some reminders to keep in mind. 1. Remember where you came from. Imagine this. You're standing barefoot on cracked earth. No map in your hand, no GPS, no road signs, just the sun above you, the stars at night, and the endless unknown stretching beyond the horizon. You don't know what lies ahead, maybe water, maybe wild beasts, or maybe nothing at all. But you walk forward anyway, because that's what your people do. This was the world of our earliest ancestors. Over 70,000 years ago, a small group of humans left the comfort of Africa and stepped into the vast unknown. No roads, no tools of navigation, just instinct, courage, and the hope that something better lay ahead. They crossed scorching deserts, dense forests, freezing mountains, with nothing but their feet and their fire. Mothers carrying babies, elders limping behind, children asking, "Where are we going?" And no one really knew. They weren't just surviving. They were mapping the world with their footsteps. Each step carved a path for future generations. Each risk they took laid the foundation for your existence today. They hunted animals 10 times their size, built shelters from nothing, made weapons out of stone, and when they came upon rivers too wide to cross, they built rafts. When they faced predators, they fought together, and when they lost someone, they mourned, but moved on because the journey had to continue. But why? Why walk into danger when staying put was easier? Because something inside them whispered, "There's more, a better land, a safer place, a future." And they were right. Those first steps led to the birth of civilizations, the planting of crops, the building of homes, the writing of stories, laws, and dreams. Everything we are today started with those fearless wanderers. Think about it. No compass, no light, no guarantees, just a deep human urge to move, to explore, to believe. That urge still lives in you. When you start something new, a job, a business, a dream, and you don't know what will happen, when you take a risk, afraid but hopeful, you are walking the same ancient path your ancestors once walked. So the next time you feel lost or uncertain, remember, you come from a long line of mapless travelers who turned the wild unknown into home. 2. Take a break and recharge. Have you ever felt completely drained, as if you've lost your passion and motivation for everything? It can be hard to admit, but sometimes moving forward isn't the answer. Sometimes taking a step back is the smarter choice. Let's take, for example, the Mayans. This ancient civilization reached its peak between the 9th and 11th centuries. Their cities were hubs of trade, culture, and learning. But then something unexpected happened. Around 900 AD, the Maya lowlands experienced a prolonged drought. Crops failed, hunger spread, and entire communities were forced to abandon their homes in search of better opportunities elsewhere. Some scholars argue that this mass migration was a direct consequence of climate change, while others suggest it was caused by overpopulation and political conflicts. Whatever the reason, the Maya didn't stick around and suffer. Instead, they packed up and left, hoping to find a better life somewhere else. Now imagine being a Mayan living through this period. You've worked hard to build a life for yourself, but now your entire world is crumbling down around you. Your crops are dying, your neighbors are leaving, and you're forced to make an agonizing decision. Stay and fight for your way of life, or leave and hope for the best. In times like these, it's easy to get caught up in the struggle and lose sight of the bigger picture. You might think that moving on is impossible, but the Maya proved that it's not only possible, it's sometimes necessary. By leaving the only home you've ever known and venturing into the unknown, they preserved their culture and ultimately rebuilt their lives. 3. Sometimes you need to step out of your comfort zone. Imagine you're playing a video game and you've been stuck on the same level for months. You keep trying the same strategies, but you just can't seem to win. It's frustrating and demoralizing, but then you get a tip from a friend, a different way of approaching the game, and suddenly you're on a winning streak. That's exactly what happened to a man named John. He was struggling in his marriage, and no matter what he tried, things just kept getting worse. He was so frustrated and hopeless that he almost gave up. But then he talked to a friend and she suggested he try couples therapy. He was hesitant at first, but he decided to step out of his comfort zone and give it a shot. And guess what? It worked. Through therapy, John learned how to communicate better with his wife and repair their relationship. He realized that sometimes all it takes is a different perspective and a willingness to try something new. It can be scary to step out of your comfort zone, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. You might discover new strengths and abilities you never knew you had. So the next time you're feeling stuck, consider reaching out for help and trying a new approach. You never know what amazing things might happen. 4. Trust the journey and embrace uncertainty. Picture this. You're planning a road trip with your friends. You've got the tunes playing, snacks ready, and the excitement of adventure in the air. Then suddenly, bam, detour. The road ahead is closed, and you're forced to take a long, unfamiliar route. Frustration sets in. You grumble about the unexpected twist in your plans. But then something magical happens. As you navigate the winding roads, you stumble upon hidden gems you'd never have discovered, otherwise a charming local diner serving up mouth-watering pies, a quirky roadside museum filled with fascinating oddities, and a breathtaking hiking trail with panoramic views. By trusting the journey and embracing the uncertainty, you've created unforgettable memories. Life is much the same. Sometimes it throws us curveballs that force us to deviate from our plans. A job loss, a relationship breakdown, or a sudden health issue can feel like unwelcome detours. But what if instead of cursing the twists and turns, we embraced them? What if we viewed these challenges as opportunities to discover new passions, forge deeper connections, and find strength we didn't know we had? Just like the road trip, life is full of surprises. Some are thrilling, some are thought-provoking. But it's in these unexpected moments that we truly learn, grow, and discover the richness that life has to offer. So the next time you encounter an unexpected turn in your journey, take a deep breath, relax, and trust the process. You never know what hidden gems you might find along the way. 5. Accept that you can't control everything and let go of perfectionism. Imagine you're hosting a dinner party and you've spent weeks planning the menu, decorating, and buying ingredients. But then suddenly your oven breaks down, your favorite vase gets smashed, and your main ingredient goes bad. You're faced with a choice: cancel the party or roll with the punches and improvise. If you choose to cancel, you'll disappoint your guests and waste all your preparation. But if you improvise, you might end up creating something even better than you originally planned. This is the essence of acceptance and letting go. Sometimes things won't go according to plan, and there's nothing you can do about it. Trying to control every detail is not only impossible, it's exhausting. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means adjusting your expectations and finding creative solutions to whatever life throws your way. When you let go of perfectionism, you free yourself from the constant stress of trying to do everything perfectly. You become more flexible, adaptable, and open to new possibilities. So the next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, take a deep breath, relax, and ask yourself, how can I make the best of this? You might be surprised at what you discover. Remember, you're part of an unbroken chain of humanity that has endured and thrived through countless challenges. Don't give up on yourself. Lean into the journey, embrace the unknown, and keep moving forward, one step at a time. And don't forget to share your experiences with others. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to keep going. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.